Here's a look at the matches taking place today. 7 of the 8 groups have played their first round of fixtures. The final group gets underway with the 2014 quarterfinals. Colombia, headlined by James Rodriguez and Radamel Falcao, taking on the Samurai Blue, Japan. In the second game in Moscow, Poland, captained by Bayern Munich striker Robert Lewandowski, takes on African powerhouses Senegal. And finally, the second round of matches kicks off with host Russia playing Egypt in St. Petersburg. Egypt need a win to stay alive and will welcome back talisman Mohamed Salah, who has been past fit. And WION's football expert Ashley Westwood sets up those matches in conversation with my colleague Yash Jha.
We're into day 6 of the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. All the groups are almost done with the opening acts of the group stage. The last of those groups, Group H, takes center stage tonight. Ashley Westwood joins us in conversation. Ashley, Poland, Senegal, Colombia, Japan. A group not including any heavyweights, but that perhaps means that all 4 teams here can dare to dream.
Yes, certainly. It's a wide open group. You know, you look at the group and you think who's favourites. Obviously, Poland are ranked 8. Not too far to travel. It's down the road, if you like, they're in Russia. So you fancy them to do well, but it's wide open. You know, if you had to pick your 2 there, I'm pretty sure most people, you know, would have different opinions. It's hard to call. If you were to dissect these teams, of course, a lot of people will remember Colombia from that colourful campaign they provided to everyone in Brazil, dazzling goals, exciting celebrations. While they are good, Poland, like you rightly mentioned, they've jumped up to 8 slowly. They were quarterfinalists at Euro 2016, and it's not all about Robert Lewandowski in that squad. No, not at all. Milik plays there, you know, a player I quite like. You know, you can see him playing at wide or sometimes at number 10, really talented. And they're competitive. You know, you're looking at stars. You mentioned Colombia. They've got Falcao, obviously, and Jaime Rodriguez. I think he's a decent player. Obviously, we've seen that in the last World Cup, so they can do some damage together. So it's anyone's game, really. You know, Japan, Shinya Ozaki from Leicester. So there's plenty of good players on show.
Enough quality, you feel, in Senegal and Japan to test the 2 relatively stronger teams? I
think with Senegal, they have Sané Mane. Obviously, the pace he has himself, he can win games on his own, but you look across the squad, the African side sometimes are a little bit disorganised. They don't defend well, they give a lot of fouls away, and the Japanese have always just left themselves a little bit wanting. Not the biggest nation, you know, struggle a little bit from set pieces. They're going to come up against Senegal, who are big. Colombians are big, strong sides. Polish are strong sides. So probably if I'm looking at somebody not to go through, I may just tip Japan.
That will be Group H, but they will be followed by the last game of the day, where the second cycle begins for these group stages. Host Russia, 5-0 winners at Saudi Arabia. No one expected that. But they come up against an Egypt, and all the headline around that game is pointing towards the return of Mo Salah.
Yeah, everyone says that. I did see a clip, I think it was yesterday, of Mo Salah in training, and someone was helping him put his bib on. So it wasn't a convincing, you know, his shoulder was open. I still smell a little bit of a rap with that one. You never know what's going on. If he's fit, obviously they've got a chance. And one thing's for sure is Egypt have got to go for it. 100%, they need a win. Russia can afford maybe to possibly get a draw.
And as long as Mo Salah's feet are working, you think Egypt are thinking that let's risk that shoulder, let's put him on, because now is the time when you need to get the points.
They're a funny thing, shoulders. I mean, they're so restrictive. You know, if you're not right, you're not right. You can't really carry a shoulder. You know, like I say, it's not about risking him. If he's fine, he's fine. It's not something that you can just get on with. It's everything. It's your balance. We've seen him twist and turn, one knock, your mechanisms, your way you run. It's all to do with your shoulder. So for me, if he's fit, it's because he's 100%.
If you were to give a prediction?
I think Egypt will give him a good game. I can't see Russia producing a performance like that again. We'll see. Maybe a draw.